Black Americans have been asking for reparations since our ancestors left those plantations. But you know what's so refreshing is we're starting to see and hear others speak truth to power. Now, I want y'all to watch this video of entrepreneur, consultant, and motivational speaker Andy Frisella speak truth to power. Check it out.
The black communities in the United States historically have been severely handicapped by the party that they have been convinced to vote for over and over and over again. They've been made promises to, they've been lied to, they've been told that their schools were going to get money, that they were going to get economic impact in their neighborhoods, and it never happens because the people that convince them to vote for them are the most conniving, snaky, dirtiest politicians in the world, and they steal the money, and then they leave the black communities to flounder. That's been going on for 60, 70 years. That should be fixed before we go over to some place in some other part of the world and try to help those people. Like, those are American citizens that need to be handled and treated just like every other American citizen. If I was a black person in America, in a black neighborhood, a black urban area that's been run down, and I see them sending hundreds of billions of dollars to other places like Israel and Ukraine and wherever else, what the dude? Look at my neighborhood.
Right.
Look at my community.
So as you saw and heard him say there, you know, unfortunately, the people that we elect, right? Black Americans, they are often snaky and dirty, and they lie and they do for everybody else except for the people that elected them. Of course, he talked about the dilapidation in our communities. And he said, yeah, if I was Black American, I would be mad watching the United States government send money to everybody else, Ukraine, Israel, and not give that money to the people who truly deserve it, right? We know that America's original sin is slavery. It has never been atoned for. We have heard a lot of people, not just white supremacists, but people who want to be white supremacists, tell Black Americans, you don't deserve it. You weren't slaves. Our ancestors, you know, are the ones that did it. We didn't do it, right? We've heard all of that. So basically, no, you ain't gonna get it. How about this? We've heard Kamala Harris say, no, I'm not gonna do something that just benefits Black people. No. Joe Biden, I'll be damned if I'm held responsible for something my ancestors did 300 years ago, right? So that's what we've been hearing. But to his point, we've been signing up and lining up to vote for Democrats that have thumbed their noses at us. See, and the other thing that he did not say, and maybe he said it somewhere else, but I'm going to say it. We got to stop doing that. We have to stop voting for people because they're a Democrat or they're Black. Now, if they happen to be a Democrat and or a Black Democrat and they do good for the community, great. Keep them in office. But there's no reason to keep Maxine Waters, James Clyburn, and people like them in office when they have done absolutely nothing specifically for Black people. We hear them, you know, rallying and talking about doing stuff for everybody else. And they might, you know, give us an honorable mention, but we don't need no honorable mention. We need an honorable reparations check. We need an honorable neighborhood that we can, you know, be proud of, and a whole host of other things. And that goes for the city council and things like that. We often allow Black Democrats or a Democrat to sit in office and they do nothing for the community. And a lot of that is because we are very apathetic. We're like, well, what difference does it make? Well, especially on the state and local level, it makes a big difference. If your politicians are not doing anything specifically for you, get them out of there. That's what everybody else does. They don't let their politicians, whether they white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, sit on a seat and not do nothing for them. They get them out of there. So we have to do the same thing. But again, I'm glad that other people are starting to have this conversation about, yeah, Black Americans, they need their reparations, because if we're going to give the money to anybody, it should be them. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel.